Hi everyone, welcome to Monday Q&A for Ask Like an Auctioneer. This question came from a one-on-one coaching session I had last week, and here's the question. This might be particularly relevant for those of you who are freelancers, independent professionals, outrunning your businesses, and the thing that you do in the world is something that friends and family want a lot of. The question was, how do I set my rates for friends and family? And this was an important question to this woman because she was finding herself backsliding into doing too much work for free, and it was beginning to be a problem. So my answer to her was, we're not going to talk about prices because you don't have a prices problem. What we have in this moment is a boundaries problem. And we solve the boundary problem by designing for ourselves our policy. What is our friends and family work policy for ourselves? So if we can set our own expectations about what we will or won't do, we have an easier time managing expectations of others. So first question is, what is your policy? Do you do moonlighting work for friends and family for free, or do you not? And if you don't, do you do it at a family and friends rate? Do you do it at a full fare rate? Do you do it at a multi-tier rate? Do you limit what you'll do and what you won't do? And it doesn't have to reflect what you do during your regular daytime job with your existing clients. What is your policy? And once you've decided what your policy is, then after that you can say, okay, I know what my policy is. What are my rates that I'm going to attach to that top policy that makes sense for me? And make sense for the kinds of requests that I get all the time. And here's the thing, you get to set policy, you get to set rates. You also get to say no when those rates don't work for the friends and family who are requesting your professional work. So number one, set your policy. Number two, then you can set your prices. And then the third step, it's really important, is get your story straight. What are the 2 or 3 turns of phrases that you use that help you get that policy, that expectation, and that price out of your mouth and into the ears of the people who might be asking for that? For me, for example, I could say, if I get requests to do coaching, I don't have this policy, but this is an example. I do 2 friends and family pro bono coachings per month. And here's the link where you can book yourself, but it looks like already I'm full this month. Is the coaching that you're looking for something that we could schedule next month? So if that doesn't meet their need, you can refer them to somebody that can, or if you're willing to, you can rearrange your schedule to free up one of those 2, because your policy is, I do 2 friends and family free pro bono coachings every month, and it just so happens that this one's full, but let me see what I can do. You get to set those boundaries. You get to manage those expectations, but we have to do them for ourselves first. Then you can attach your rates to them. Then you're going to figure out how to tell a powerful story, short and powerful story that makes it super clear that A, you have a policy, and B, you have a set of expectations, and your audiences can understand them in a way that lets them know what they're saying yes and saying no to, and maybe even lets them know what is inside of their request, because we all know that so many of our friends and family make requests that they think looks really simple when it's not at all. So that is my answer for you today. Find your policy, set those boundaries, set those prices, and get your story straight. Have a great Monday.